Greetings, minions, survivalists, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing 7 Days to Die. Alpha 18.2, and this is episode 48. As you can see, I got those walls finished. So let's go down and take a look. Alright, so we are not... Whoa. Now we're at ground level. I'm sinking for a minute there. We can put these back up. I went through about 1,500 blocks just to get this all done. And as you can see, there's 2 high, 3 high, and the inner is 4 high, and you can just see the windows up there. So that's all the way around. But yeah, you have to come through here, You're getting all shut up. So that is the plan. And looks like it's gonna work good. Now the inner wall is 2 blocks deep, 2 blocks wide, I should say, and various lengths this way. These here are just 1 block. Wasn't worried about going overkill on it, but here we go. Alright, now I believe it is time to start wiring things up. So we'll start from back here. Let's see. There we go. So now if we let me get down. I gotta get down. Okay. To get these set up. See, we need power, and we'll put a battery for these 2 and battery for these 2. So we need to get that block out. Let's see. We'll get a few battery banks. We can always get more in time. Shit, might as well go with all these. And we'll swap that one for that. Alright, so we got a battery bank for get in there. There we go. So a battery bank for here, and it doesn't really matter, I think, for which one I give it to, or nearest to. It's got a battery bank there. And battery bank there. Actually, let's see, can we pick this up? No, we have to trash it. I think I want to put it on the roof. Let's see. Up. And down. Okay, so we could put it back behind this here. And I gotta get rid of all... Because I gotta power up the motion sensor and other stuff, so this will just drop down to the guns. And these are probably not going to be precise. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, and then... Okay. 1, 2... Put in from there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and there. Okay, So, let's see, we can put some batteries in. Now open up the inventory a little bit. Man, it is dry as hell in here. Alright, so this will get routed to this and this. But it's got to go to a motion sensor, which will give it power when it's tripped. So let's take a look at our view here. So we kind of would want it on this face here, facing that way. Or facing downwards actually, with the outer edge of the cone reaching out there. So let's see, need more of these. We'll get these all in place first. And then for here, let's see, I want one set for these two, one set for these two, one for this. I mean, I could do this all in one battery, but this is also building in a bit of redundancy in case one side gets blown out or something. So there. There. There, and trying to keep it somewhat symmetrical. Okay, so on this side, this is going to be kind of tricky here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and then drop. One, 2, 3, and drop. Alright, so that's those two. Did I do that down here? Is it just one from the corner? Yeah. One there. One there. So like that. Holy crap. One, two, three. Okay. Another set. Okay, we're gonna need some more battery banks. Totally over-engineered, but totally worth it. Especially if it works. Okay, so we got those in place. Now, let's see, we got... Get rid of that, we'll need the batteries. Let's see, we can... Oh. There we go. We really need the batteries. In fact, we can put a lot of this up in here. Just to make room for more batteries. I don't think we're going to need any of these for right now. We will add more turrets, though. Just not right now. We can always get them in the menu anyways, so it's not a big deal. Alright, so that's got batteries. That's got it. Good. And you see that wasn't even near enough. Oh, damn it! Why did I do that? There we go. More power! Can you see why those batteries are so important to get in the game, in the regular game? And yet you have to go through how many cars just to get a tenth of the batteries that's required for this base? I guess later on you can manufacture your own batteries, but yeesh, that's a lot of lead, a lot of acid, probably a lot of what is it, scrap, not metal scrap, but bits of plastic and whatever the cost is for making batteries, I guess. Okay, I think that's all of them. Yeah. Alright, so now we'll get rid of these this plethora of batteries. I'm actually surprised not to have a zombie show up at some point like we did last week. Never know what to expect with when I make an episode. Random stuff always seems to happen, but so far, knock on wood, nothing's happened. Alright, we need to get a motion sensor. That's more than enough. Alright, so we're gonna need one. And anywhere is gonna work, so I think we'll go to the outer edge. And rotate. Okay, we gotta get one up in here. Just kind of looking at that angle a little bit. Do for this side. It looks almost in the center actually, but that's probably because this one block is giving you the illusion. And that looks about right. Ah, crap. I knew it was going to happen eventually. Alright. Yeah, that, as long as it doesn't look too out of place or too synchronous or whatever. I'm tired at this point. I am really tired. It has been a long, tiring day. Okay, so we're wired up there. I'm almost inclined to put one in here. That's probably not the wisest place to put one. I can't. Can I put it on that and have it go through, or have it go? We'll take a look at the camera angle that I can see, because I want to get. It might actually have to be one in here. Come to think of it. Okay, that works. See, I can wire these two turrets in to this, and it might be able to overlap the fields of fire enough to cover this area and possibly out here. And if this detects them out here, I don't know. It's gonna be true. It might be. Well, you know what? I actually could. I could do this, and that way they have dedicated motion sensors. That would work. Let's see. We got a battery source, we got a triggering source, and we have a gun at the end of the triggering source. So that's good there. Now in here, I could run the traps, the blade traps, so they have a dedicated motion sensor, branch it off of a switch to each one, and that way they're saving power and yet activating as needed. We can work on that a little later. Let me see, what was I need? I need some switches. Oh, that's not the menu. I'll show you the difference between a switch and a relay. They may kind of do the same. Let's see, it's a timer relay, which is nice if you want to set it to turn on lights after it gets dark and then shut them off before as it gets morning. But that's for lights. That's the only reason why I would use the timer relay. So the wire relay, let's see, I'll just hook one up right here. So you connect that, and see it has like 1 watt that it uses. So it actually uses power. I don't like that. So yeah, we just throw that out. I didn't intend to do that, but great. Right now the switch, which does essentially the same thing, except you can toggle it. You can go from battery bank to that, and look, doesn't cost any power. And then you just switch it on. Of course, battery bank ain't turned on, and the green light comes on, so you know you have a completed circuit. So that's nice. And we'll just turn that off for now, and we'll get rid of that because I need to put it elsewhere. So we have gun to motion sensor to battery bank. Actually, in this case, I want to run a switch probably inside so I could shut it off elsewise. So let's see, we got, geez, we can hook all 4 of these up to a switch. So let's get on our feet here. So this will be, can I, okay, that's for that corner, that corner, that corner, and that corner. And then for center, actually, let's see, is that centered right? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so there. Okay, so these switches will run these 2 banks from in here. So we have battery bank to switch, switch to motion sensor to turret. Let me think this out a little bit. So motion sensor, or battery bank, or no, turret to motion sensor to switch to battery bank. Something right here, and it'll work. But what I'm thinking is, that's just a lot of wires that are hanging out invisible, and I'm not really cool with that. And I don't want the switches out here, because that's a lot of running around just to turn them all on. Whereas in here, it's a more confined space. I don't have room in there. And let's take a look at what we got here, just to get a example going. So 15 watts there. It's 20 watts. Okay, so that's hooked up. Oh, I don't have the power on yet. And then from there, see what I mean? That's like way too many lines. It'll work, it just looks goofy. Oh wait, where's that switch? Oh, that's going to the wrong switch too. Right, turret to that. Alright, let's do this a different way. Which way does this go? Alright, when it's down, it's got power, so we'll go from here to there, there to there, there, to there. Okay, now we got, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's got to be triggered. Instant. Target self. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to see that, but now the circuit should be on. Should, I emphasize on should. Actually, that's not invisible. Okay, the gun needs ammo and this is why if you look here, yeah, I can't power. Really got to figure this out because it's going to drive me nuts, and it's really simple, but my brain is just kind of stalling. What I probably need to do is power the camera and get that to work. It would also help if I had power going through it. Damn. I'm such a dumbass. And it's still not putting out juice. Let's see, battery to switch. Switch to sensor. And then from sensor to turret. And we need some ammo for that. Should be able to gotta power it. So it sees me. It's targeting myself. Are these duds or something? I mean, what the hell? I have to figure this stuff out. Let's see. So, battery bank. Okay, now it's got power. For some reason it didn't have power before. And then that goes to the motion sensor. Alright, now that has power. That does not have power. So now we have to go from here to there, and I think it don't have power. See, the camera is following me. Alright, now it's got power because there's a time delay on it. Alright, let's change the time delay. Shouldn't take much more than a minute. See, because of the turrets need to be a half block in size, not a full block. That's why I made these too high, because if you look in here, I can move up on it, you can see the whole range there in the camera. Now the gun is going to be able to see through this roof right here. It's going to be able to see through it, but your camera view will not. So if you want to aim it specifically, you're not going to be able to get much higher than, like, you know, the edge of the roof there. See? Now we can set it to shoot me, which is amusing. Oh damn, it's actually got some range. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, let's try to get around that before it starts doing damage to the base. Okay, so we got to wire it up, and it's working. We just need to tidy it up a bit. So we'll do that in the next episode, now that we kind of fumbled around with it a little bit. I don't know why that switch wasn't receiving electricity. It should have been right off the bat. One thing I want to check before I end the episode, though, is 20 watts. So I could theoretically just, I could run almost the whole side here. And it doesn't say what kind of wear is on them, but I was wondering how much that drained them down. It shouldn't have been much at all, really, but I just want to keep it power efficient so I don't have to run a generator or solar array and to make sure it lasts through the whole night type of thing. But I also want to tidy these up, you know, the wiring and such, because that is a bit irritating. Alright, well, that was exciting. That was first time I've been trying to shoot myself in the game, I think, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got a kick out of that, because I sure did. Do check out the links in the description box below, and until next time, see you later. Twitch, Twitch.